Having sex with someone because they took you out to eat is prostitution. In Proverbs chapter 6, verse 26, it says, "For the price of a prostitute is only a loaf of bread." That's because during those times, people would do anything to eat. They were desperate. They would give their body to someone just because they needed that food. And a loaf of bread, which, mind you, is not much, is all it took sometimes. A lot of people would not go home and hook up with someone just because they took them out to eat a loaf of bread. But they would if that was a steak dinner with, I don't know, some Alfredo on the side or something like that. It seems like, if anything, the more someone is willing to spend on a meal, the more they are willing to go home with you. That's how people act today. See, a lot of people are trying to circumvent that feeling of being a prostitute by just taking a gift instead of taking the money. A prostitute takes the money and goes home and does something with someone, or maybe not even at home, they just do it wherever they are. But they do it. But some people can't withstand the shame of being that type of person, doing that sort of thing, so they'll take a date, they'll take a vacation, they'll take a bag, they'll take whatever it is they were going to buy with that money anyway. They just have you buy it for them. But the irony of it all is that they'll point their finger at someone who is doing sex work overtly and talk about them as if they're greater than them, as if they are taking some sort of moral high ground. But in reality, they're doing the same thing. It's just you're cutting out the middleman. Instead of you taking their money to go buy a purse, buy a bag, buy a vacation, buy a meal, you're having them do it first, and then you're prostituting yourself out. But all of it is sinful. This is why we should have no critical eye towards others that we aren't willing to put upon ourselves. Because if you really do the self-examination, you'll find out that the difference between you and them is razor thin.